Rob Greenfield, for those of you, if you haven't heard of him, is somewhat of a local guy. He grew up in northern Wisconsin, but attended and graduated from UWL maybe about 15 years ago or so. And he's gone on to have a pretty interesting life as an activist in lots of different ways, sort of doing these extreme sustainability activism challenges for himself. One of the things that really got him noticed by people was he was living in New York City and decided to keep his trash on him, wear his trash essentially, for an entire month. So he had a couple of garbage bags, and anytime he created any type of trash, he put it in a bag and went about his day in New York City. So he was this guy that was known as sort of the trash dude, right? Walking around New York City with all sorts of bags around on him. And then since then, he's done lots of other interesting activist work and humanitarian work. So he's coming to UWL on September 8th to give us an update on some of his projects. He was in town pre-pandemic to give a talk. I think it might have been 2019. That he also came to town to give a talk, but he's been a pretty busy guy in those last 3 years. So he will be at the UWL Student Union on September 8th at 7 p.m. And that is a free talk brought to you by a bunch of sponsors from town here. So if you've got the time to head to UWL, I would encourage you to check out Rob Greenfield. He's a pretty interesting guy with an interesting story to tell.